Hello? Hey there! I take it you guys are the new batch. Welcome to the Hybrid Cafe staff team. We really appreciate you guys being here. We've been a little short-staffed ever since, that incident. But don't worry! Your safety is our second top priority. So, my name's Alice, and I'll be guiding you through your first week at the job. I've been working here longer than everybody, so you're gonna be in pretty good hands. You know, the last time I got tasked with a batch, they turned out to be amazing at their job. And then they went on to, other things. But I'm sure they're doing great for themselves. So, yeah, I'm basically here to teach you how to manage the cafe. You know, basic things like coffee, cafe maintenance, cleaning. But the main thing is the coffee. We never fail with our coffee. You know what happened to the last person who failed to make coffee? Well, we don't know because no one's failed yet. Our immaculate skill in brewing coffee is important in making big profits. If you can make great coffee, you'll get some impressive tips from the customers. And then there's snacks. But the chefs over in the kitchen have that covered for you. You just press the single button in the oven and they'll make it at light speed. They're, a little shy towards new employees, so the kitchen stays locked for the time being. But, they'll open up to you eventually. But we can just handle them, okay? But anyway, pretty much all I have for you. Just be your best selves and make us a truckload of money. If you don't, you're fired! Well, good luck. Hey there! Seems like you guys did pretty well on your first day, which is a relief. I for sure thought you were one of those people that mess up the machines and break everything. It's been happening pretty often with the new batches, and it's driving all the seniors crazy. One guy shoved a ton of plastic cups in the oven, and Corbett had us cleaning the mess. Kids these days, I guess. But hey, at least you're not one of them. Oh, and while we're on that topic, sometimes even the customers can get rowdy. Occasionally, you're gonna get some people who just want to cause trouble. Me personally, I can somewhat tolerate it as long as they order something. But all they do is walk around, make noises, and disturb everyone. Really gets on the customer's nerves, you know? And that can really affect how long they're willing to wait on an order. So the best way to deal with it is to just whack them away. You can use the broom in the staff room to hit them. You should be able to find one on the shelves. Make sure you're careful though. These guys can get pretty hostile. And since insurance isn't included in the contract, you guys will be paying for any medical bills. Once you broom those disturbances away, the customers should be happy again. So, good luck on that. And there's one more thing. Now, I'm not telling you to prioritize certain customers, but we do have regulars that come in often. Some regulars have been ordering from us since hundreds of years ago. That's really important to us, you know? That being said, they tend to order the same thing every time. They're pretty tough when it comes to judging their orders. So just make sure you do your best for I'll leave you guys to it now. See you tomorrow.
sugar.
Hey! Still alive, I see. That's great to know. I mean, not like many people die here. It's just like a metaphor or whatever you call it. I didn't actually think you were gonna die. Anyways, I hope there weren't any aggressive customers yesterday. And if there were, then I hope you dealt with them quick enough. But you guys made a good amount yesterday, so I'm sure you did. So, yeah, there's something I need to inform you guys about. As I just remembered, our AC unit is really outdated. Like, really, really outdated. Hasn't been replaced in hundreds of years. Has it ever been cleaned? Well, I don't know. Maybe? Or how you work here, I guess. But hey, I'm not getting sick, so it ain't right. I know that this whole thing can break down sometimes. When it does, it gets hot real quick. Proper ventilation is pretty important for a place like this. Without any air conditioning, the temperature starts to rise fast. That would really affect our work. Dropping dead while working. Either way, you don't want to be thinking Hey there! Day 4, huh? Hope you guys are still going strong. I know things can get difficult, so if you need me, just call whenever. Oh, never mind. I don't think there's a phone in the cafe. But, actually, I did pay the internet bill, so you can use the computer to mail me anything. Just, be careful, since the operating system's probably 50 years old by now. Ancient systems like that can get hacked in seconds. On top of that, the computer manages the software for all of the cafe machines. So, if it breaks, you can't really serve any orders. Just try to fix whatever's on the computer. If it happens, okay? There's probably a button you can click on to delete all the viruses and reboot the machines or something. Or you can just get a wrench and hit the machines to force it to work. That worked for me when the machines were acting up. Anyway, I need you guys to also look out for a certain thief. It's this purple cat that's nosy about everything. She always snoops around the cafe, going into staff rooms and taking things. One time, she stole my uniform and I had to work in my home outfit.
Hamburger.
But the main thing you need to look out for is the tip jar. You know, the jar where you put all your money in. Sometimes she'll decide to steal from that and take some of your profits, which is really bad. But not to worry. The Hybird Cafe provides all of the advanced gadgets you'll need to deal with these people. Just grab that water bottle on the shelf and spray it onto her. Works every time. Never failed once. Not sure what the magic behind it, but it's effective and cheap. Just a little water's all you need to keep that cat away. So, yeah, that's all I have for you today. Like I said, just mail me. And to see her, you guys are doing pretty well. We're breathing through this week real easy. Hope that nothing terrible goes wrong tomorrow. Yeah. Well, see ya.
Hamburger.
21.
Yay! You guys made it to Friday! I've been looking at the statistics and you guys have been nailing it so far. The customers have been really happy and you even decorated the place a little. Seems like you might be qualified for the job after all. Just keep it up for the rest of the week and you'll be done with the training. Anyway, about the cafe. We have a little problem at the moment. You might want to hold off on opening the door for a sec. I was checking the security footage this morning, and apparently the AC unit had leaked a lot of water overnight. And, long story short, the entire first floor is now soaked. But don't worry, I got some technicians to come and fix it. They're a bit busy today with some other projects, so you'll have to deal with the wet floor for the whole shift. That does mean you might slip and fall a few times, and some things might slide away if you drop them. Just avoid doing all that, and you should be fine. And the customers might also have a hard time getting to the counters, so just be patient with them. We just need to make sure you give them the best coffee. And, yeah, that's all there is. Better not waste any more time. Go ahead and open those doors, because we have a lot of customers dying to try our coffee. Just remember not to slip and fall. See ya!
Hamburger. 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 Hamburger.
Breaking. Good morning. I am news reporter Noob. We interrupt this program to report about some urgent news. Moments ago, we have received an earthquake warning that will affect various populated locations. The most notable being the Hybird Cafe, a famous spot known to open even during extreme conditions. The government advises all citizens to stay indoors until further announcement. The government is also attempting to contact the staff running the Hybird Cafe, advising them to close down the establishment for the day. However, they have yet to receive any response. We report to other news reporter Noob, who is currently at the Hybird Cafe before its open hours. Thank you, news reporter Noob. I am currently at the Hybird Cafe, where it's said the earthquake is the strongest. Scientists predict the magnitude of the earthquake here is strong enough to launch people into the air.
Hey! You guys did great on Friday. Great job! Now, as you've noticed, you guys will have to also do a weekend shift if you want to complete your training. It's only to make sure you guys are truly qualified for the job, you know? It's important for our staff to be reliable even on the most busiest of days. But anyway, I'm sure you heard the news about the earthquake warning or whatever. These reporters and journalists, they always exaggerate their stories. Always trying to get a viral story. Listen, you don't have to worry about a thing. Cabin structure is really strong, so it won't be damaged no matter how much it shakes. I mean, you might have some items flying all over the place here and there, but all you have to do is just put them back. No problem. So, today is gonna be a little funny. I'm sure you guys will handle it flawlessly. And, if you get any emails from any unknown people, make sure not to read them. Confidential emails. Yeah, they're really secret. I'll have to silence you. Good luck.
Hamburger.
21.
Hamburger.
Breaking. Good morning. I am news reporter Noob. We interrupt this program to report the sudden closure of the Hybrid Cafe. The Hybrid Cafe, known to never close down, even in the most extreme circumstances, is announcing that the establishment will be closed for the day. While the reason wasn't clearly stated, citizens speculated it's due to the damage from the earthquake. However, fans have pointed out that the Hybrid Cafe has experienced countless earthquakes in its lifetime and have never considered closing the establishment. Nevertheless, citizens are saddened by the announcement. While some are speculating something sinister is happening in the Hybrid Cafe, either way, we can all agree that the closure isn't something we see every day. Now, back to the program.
Hey! How are my favorite juniors doing? I don't just say that to anyone, you know. Sunday, huh? Final day of training. After you pass today, you'll be all on your own. And I won't be around to help you after this, so hope you guys won't miss me. But actually, today's not gonna be so normal. You see, corporate has been pretty impressed with your performance this week. And because of that, they're gonna conduct a little experiment today. Let's just say you won't be serving your usual customers. Instead, you'll be serving some void zombies, freshly transported from a different dimension. Now, they aren't as aggressive as before, so there's no worries about any infections or starting another apocalypse. But you might feel a little lighter due to the gravity of your things as they fly. And if you can handle all of that, you'll be done with training week. Seems pretty easy if you ask me. I definitely got it much worse when I was in training. Well, I'll leave you guys to it. Good luck!
Hamburger.
Hey there! Seems like you guys didn't do so well yesterday, huh? Oh well. Everyone makes mistakes, right? Hey, you know what would be great? You guys could have a talk with the chefs in the kitchen. They've been working here for hundreds of years, so they can definitely teach you a thing or two. And like I said, they have a liking for bad employees.